Like, we try to plan how we're going to explain things to her that we were not planning on explaining to her for a while.
Okay, you were so out of that interview that you got out of frame. You stood up and got out of frame.
First of all, they weren't talking to me anyway. You saw that.
No, y'all were in and
Your nails are fierce.
Jalen, also too, you could take that shirt off underneath. You can wear it with no shirt.
oh God.
I just want to let you know.
Don't look.
What's up? This bruh man from the fifth floor. I just want you to know that you watching You Just Got Juiced reactions. Don't forget, you got the juice now.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy You Just Got Juice, and we're back at it again with another video. If this is your first time to the channel, this is a reaction / gaming channel, and just started doing this in January, so just reached 673 followers. So thank y'all for showing this channel some support. Somebody sent me this video, told me that look at Dwayne Wade and how he's being demasculated on TV. So I wanted to take a look at it with y'all and get y'all feedback as I give my opinions. And yeah, let's talk about it.
And how we're going to explain things to her that we were not planning on explaining to her for a while. Oh my God. First of all, he loves Ed Sheeran. Are you keeping it together right now? You love Ed Sheeran. He used to play him before playoff games. And I'm like,
real cool right now. I'm keeping it real cool right now.
Sheeran, Dwayne Wade's a huge fan of yours. And Dwayne Wade is a huge fan of yours.
Okay, you were so out of that interview that you got out of frame. You stood up and got out of frame.
First of all, they weren't talking to me anyway. You saw that. But
y'all were in an interview and you looked up and you saw Ed Sheeran and you just walked off.
Yeah, it's just certain moments you don't get a chance to see people that you're fans of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met myself a couple of celebrities, like working at the jobs I had over the couple of years, but I never been that person to be a fanatic and be like, oh my God, I just met so-and-so. That's stuff that I've seen teenagers do and females. But, if, I don't see myself doing that. Like, I'll chill. Like, if I was to meet a celebrity, only celebrity I would want to meet for real would be Juicy J, Riff Raff. I think that's about it. But even if I was to see him, like, I wouldn't be like all crazy. I'd be like, hey, what's up, bro? You think I could get a picture or something? And I wouldn't be like pressing the issue or nothing like that. Like, if I could get through to him and say what's up, fine. But if not, fuck it. Hey, I seen him walk past. But yeah, I never been that type of person to be crazy of a fan. But it's weird how they keep putting them in these segments. It's like, I don't know, bro. I never seen this show before. I don't know what type of show it is. It could just be a regular talk show. Maybe he's trying to get his talk show stuff on. But it's like some of these segments are kind of pushing it, man. I don't know. Like I said, if it was anybody else, I probably wouldn't be saying this. But because it's coming. Because it's him and because of the background and what his baby mother said previously about him, just things to make you go,
Look at us.
It's matching, y'all. It's Wednesday, March 12th. The one and only Dwayne Wade. Every day, look at this. I could get used to this. Is my guest co-host. Hi.
Hello.
By the way, you know what? You can show that you're a real pro because you were walking in with 5 seconds. You did a little twirl. And then here we are.
It's the dramatics. It's the
what?
dramatics. I was just
it.
being a little dramatic.
He did a what?
Let's talk about last night.
Okay.
I heard that you had a big night last night. You were
What?
hanging out with some really, really cool people.
I was hanging
out last night.
You can show that you're a real pro because you were walking in with 5 seconds.
Did his voice tone go up when he said, let's talk about last night? And then what's with the twirl? Like why she had to say that? He's just walking out and that's the first thing you're going to say, a man just twirled? Come on, lady. That's Dwayne Wade right there. Put some respect on that man name.
You did a little twirl, and then here we are.
It's the dramatics. It's the dramatics. I was just being a little dramatic. Let's talk about last night.
Okay.
I heard that you had a big night
No.
last night. You hanging out with some really, really cool people.
I was hanging.
See, now I went back straight. Now, nah, bro. Hold up.
Because you were walking in with 5 seconds. You did a little twirl, and then here we are.
It's the dramatics. It's the dramatics. I was just being a little dramatic. Let's talk about last night.
Okay.
I heard that you had a big night last night. You hanging out with some really, really cool people.
I was hanging out with some really cool people. I was at this offended. But you had a big night too. You were on Fallon.
I was on Fallon last night. I love getting a chance to stop and sit down and talk with Jimmy and put on these outfits.
Yeah, was that diamond crusted?
Well, yeah, you know, I went a little rock star vibes
bedazzled.
last night. I felt like if I wore that on the show that you.
All right, so first he twirling, and now she just said his suit is bedazzled. Why is she talking to this man like he a woman? I'm confused, bro. Is this how now if we have any Caucasian people that's watching this right now, is this how y'all talk to y'all white counterparts or am I just reading this too much?
You know, I don't feel like I would have been able to come back. But
because that's nighttime, right?
That's nighttime. But I had a great time, you know, sitting there talking with Jimmy, being in front of the live audience.
It's
you know,
fun,
it's
right?
fun. You feel alive. They cheer for me. I don't get cheers no more. You know, I'm not used to the applause anymore.
They don't.
No, I mean, my baby runs to me when I come home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can't say it's been buzzing in my house.
But it's been buzzing about your house.
It's been buzzing about our house. And so my wife came out and talked about how we split things 50-50 in our home.
Yeah.
And so it became a big conversation about, you know, men and.
I've seen that. I'm not sure if I made a video on that, and I don't know, because I make so many videos, but I know I talked about this with my girlfriend, and she came out and said, like, how it's a problem with her doing 50-50 now, something about the mortgage, and I'm like, are you going broke or something now? Like, why is it a problem paying 50-50? Like, man, like, both of you working, like, I mean, both of y'all is working, you got the movie money. So are you just living outside of your means, and then you want him to start paying for the stuff? Because if you paying for it with your money and you paying the bills, you realize you can't really get what you want now. So I'm confused, bro. But you know, and then that's something that you agreed on. But then she had played like, oh, it's an issue now. And then back then when I made that decision, I was under some kind of mental health issue or something. And I was like, what? What the hell is she talking about, bro? I'm like at first I was like, yeah, that's what's up. Like finally a girl that agreed with the 50-50, but then now she backtracked on this shit. So I'm like, how you backtrack and you make a lot of money and shit? That was just so confusing. Where was that?
Woman who splits 50-50, who pays the bills and all these things. And then she recently came out and she said that she's in her soft era now, that she don't want to do 50-50 anymore. And I'm the kind of person, Jenna, that when my wife came to me and, you know, we had a conversation about not everything 50-50, but, you know, buying our house together, doing certain things for our family together in a 50-50 you know, situation, I was like, sure, baby. Yeah. If that's what you want to do. And if she come to me and she say, I don't want to do it, I'm like, sure, baby. If that's what you want to do. Now, the house may be a little smaller. Yeah. If we just going off my salary. Yeah. But it's all good. What about you?
Wait, hold on. But then
am I tripping or do I see some hand movements? Tell me I'm not bugging, bro. You giving me Chris Bosh right now, bro. Jeez. And now I see why people be like, he began what's that word? And demasculated and shit. Cause she's talking about, hey baby, whatever you want. I would have been like, nah, motherfucker. After all this time we've been doing 50-50 and then now you wanna renege? And like I said, the only reason I agree with 50-50 because the way I see it is people got their own habits. So why do I gotta work all day to support my family, well, the kids and stuff, then I gotta spend my hard-earned money on supporting you and your habits far as like getting your hair done or your nails and stuff like that. I don't mind buying it for you for a special occasion and stuff like that. But when you expect me to buy that shit for you, no, man. So then, what's the purpose of you working for? So if I'm spending my extra money after bills and stuff on like taking care of your expenses, then how am I supposed to save the extra money for us to go on vacation or for us to move to, get a bigger house or, stuff like that? That's how I look at it. So I look at it as a female is just being greedy and just trying to, and she's doing what she would have did when if she was single. But not saying that's all females, but that's why I agree with the 50-50. And even if it's not 50-50, it could be like a 60-40. But for me to pay everything and like you do nothing besides pay like a little tiny ass phone bill or something like that, nah, bro. Especially if we working and we both making like the same amount of same amount of money. Now, if I'm making double the amount of that money, then that's different. Then like if I'm able to afford to pay for everything, then that's a whole nother story. But if we both working, if we both making the same amount of money, then I think it should be 50-50. But that's just me.
Scarlett Johansson is on the cover of InStyle magazine, and they asked her what's in her purse. Let's take a look.
Orange Tic Tacs. These are delicious. I love them. I like all Tic Tacs, but I particularly like the orange ones because they're sort of like a little treat, You can't have like just one. You have to have two.
Sort of looked like it was a commercial, but we know it's not. Right?
She's gonna have an orange Tic Tac deal.
Oh my God, orange Tic Tac's gonna send her a lifetime supply.
Yeah, that was smart.
But she's right. An orange Tic Tac is a tiny little thing, and yet it's quite delicious.
I do the mints. Like I like the the kind of the circle, the white mints.
Altoids?
This man nails painted, bro.
I do those a lot. I like the.
Well, you famously have a Merce.
Yeah, I've been carrying a Merce for a very long time.
Look at this.
Merce. Why are they talking about this?
That's when I was wearing it across my body. Fashion week.
That's like schoolgirl chic or something right there.
Yeah, listen, I don't understand. Like, men, we normally have to put our wallets and our phones and our money and everything in our pockets. Listen, I
wear a backpack, bro.
I am not trying to walk out like that.
I got a backpack.
Now I get to put stuff in the bag.
Here's your Merce.
See, this is my travel bag right now. This is my travel Merce right here.
By the way, your travel Merce is nice.
I got a lot of things in there. One of the most important things in here is I got my Jenna and Friends bracelet. But I need to make sure that my lips stay, they ain't dry.
You are organized.
You put it in your pocket.
I got my eye drops in
here.
You
can put that in your pocket.
This is important, everybody. I'm sorry.
I was like, what?
Are those baby wipes?
You have your
I don't want to be sticking my hand in my mouth, so I got my nice little floss sticks right here.
Okay, you can put that in your pocket.
Ziploc bag.
Like I keep a couple of those in the car.
Oh, organized?
Yeah, I'm very organized. Like I said, I got a little touch of.
I thought he had baby wipes in there. If he had the baby wipes in there, I'm about to be like he got the whole bag, bro.
OCD, but I got
the whole bag. If you don't know what the whole bag is, it's baby wipes, summer eve wipes, condoms. What else is in that joint, bro? A taser, and something else. Maybe like a little knife or something. The whole bag.
Wait, do you have a stylist or you dress yourself?
No, I don't have time to dress myself. I have an amazing stylist, Jason Bolden. Shout out to Jason Bolden.
Well, I mean, I kind of felt like you must be.
Male stylist.
Because you're very chic and you have to, look at that Merce, y'all. Look at that Merce.
I just walk like this, I carry my little Merce.
I feel like you're bringing the Merce back.
Bring it back? Let's do it.
Right?
Why not?
Look. Just a little
But I got everything I need in here.
Yeah. Right.
Good.
I like it. All right.
Oh man, this is guess I don't know. This is the new world. What's the word I'm looking for right here, man? What's the word I'm looking for? He acting real Drakeish right now, bro. Real Chris Boschish. But what do y'all think? It's kind of weird how they talking. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of daytime TV like Regis and Kelly. Whoever the hell is hosting now. The only time I might watch a clip if it's like Jennifer Hudson or Steve Harvey when he was on the air. I might, and that's the only two people I probably watch that do daytime TV. So, but I don't really watch it enough to know how they do their formats when they do guest hosts. 'Cause I don't think they do guest hosts, but I don't think they will be talking to like if this was LeBron James. No, nah, I'm not gonna say that. If this was Carmelo Anthony or like Anthony Anderson or Kevin Garnett, would they be having these same segments, or did they bring him on here because they assuming he's open or something like that? I don't know. I'll let y'all decide, and let me know in the comments what y'all think about this. It's your boy, You Just Got the Juice, and hopefully this is my last video for today. Busy day today with all the Breakfast Club stuff, but I won't be on here as much next week. Gotta get my ass back to work, so I just want to keep pumping out this content where I can, and hopefully y'all enjoy the content. Subscribe if you get a chance, and I will catch you guys next time. Don't forget, you got the juice now, and we are out. See you guys next time.